Welcome to History Facts and Mysteries. In today's episode, we explore one of the most powerful and influential empires in ancient history, the Persian Empire. Before we dive into this fascinating journey through time, make sure to subscribe to History Facts and Mysteries. By subscribing, you'll gain exclusive access to the untold stories of history, uncover the mysteries of the past, and gain insight into the events that shape the modern world. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. The origins of the Persian Empire. To understand the Persian Empire, we must first look back at its origins. The earliest known Persian civilization emerged around 1000 BCE in the ancient region of Persia, which roughly corresponds to modern-day Iran. The Medes and the Persians were two distinct groups of Indo-Iranian peoples who lived in the area. These two groups eventually united under the leadership of a man who would change the course of history, Cyrus the Great. Cyrus the Great founded the Achaemenid Dynasty in the 6th century BCE. Born in 600 BCE, Cyrus was the son of Cambyses I, the king of Anshan, a city-state located in the southwestern part of modern-day Iran. Early in his reign, Cyrus unified the Medes and Persians, and by 550 BCE, he had successfully overthrown the Median king Astyages, establishing the First Persian Empire. Cyrus the Great's early campaigns were instrumental in laying the foundation for what would become one of the largest empires in ancient history. His military genius and strategic alliances allowed him to expand Persia's territory rapidly. By the time of his death in 530 BCE, the Persian Empire spanned from the Mediterranean Sea in the west to the Indus River in the east, covering parts of modern-day Turkey, Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. The rise of the Achaemenid Empire. Following Cyrus' death, his son Cambyses II succeeded him as king of the Persian Empire. Cambyses continued his father's expansionist policies, most notably by conquering Egypt in 525 BCE. With the fall of Egypt, Persia gained control over a vast wealth of resources, including grain, gold, and cultural influence. However, Cambyses' reign was not without its challenges. His military campaigns were marked by periods of instability, and his sudden death in 522 BCE left the empire in a vulnerable position. Following Cambyses' death, a series of brief and often chaotic reigns took place, with several rival factions vying for control of the throne. Eventually, Darius I, a distant relative of Cyrus the Great, ascended to the throne in 522 BCE after securing his position through a combination of military prowess and political maneuvering. Darius I, known as Darius the Great, is considered one of the most significant rulers of the Persian Empire. His reign, which lasted from 522 BCE until his death in 486 BCE, marked a period of remarkable consolidation and expansion. Darius' administrative reforms, military innovations, and infrastructure projects helped solidify the empire's power. Darius I and the expansion of the empire. Darius I's reign saw the Persian Empire reach its greatest territorial extent. He launched several military campaigns to expand the empire's borders, including an invasion of the Greek city-states. In 490 BCE, Darius sent a large force to Greece in what became known as the Battle of Marathon. Despite being vastly outnumbered, the Greek forces, led by Athens, managed to defeat the Persians in one of the most significant battles of ancient history. This defeat was a setback for Darius, but it did not diminish the power of the Persian Empire. At the same time, Darius focused on consolidating his control over the vast territories he had acquired. He divided the empire into regions known as satrapies, each governed by a satrap, a provincial governor. This system allowed the Persians to effectively manage their far-flung empire and maintain control over diverse peoples and cultures. Darius was also responsible for some of the most impressive architectural projects in Persian history. He oversaw the construction of the grand city of Persepolis, the empire's ceremonial capital, which featured magnificent palaces, temples, and grand halls. The legacy of Persian governance and culture. The legacy of the Persian Empire extends far beyond its military conquests. The Achaemenid dynasty's influence on governance, culture, and religion can still be felt today. One of the most important aspects of Persian rule was its commitment to religious tolerance. Unlike many other empires of the time, the Persians allowed conquered peoples to maintain their religious practices, customs, and traditions. This policy helped maintain peace and stability across the vast empire and fostered a sense of unity among diverse cultures. Under Persian rule, the ancient Persian religion of Zoroastrianism flourished. This monotheistic faith, founded by the prophet Zoroaster, emphasized the worship of Ahura Mazda, the supreme god, and the struggle between good and evil. Zoroastrianism had a profound influence on later religions, including Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and many of its ethical teachings, such as the concept of free will and the importance of moral behavior, continue to resonate today. Persian culture also left a lasting mark on art, architecture, and literature. The intricate designs and monumental structures of Persian palaces and temples, such as those at Persepolis, are testament to the empire's advanced engineering and artistic achievements. The Persian Wars and the rise of Alexander the Great. Despite its vast power, the Persian Empire faced significant challenges, especially from the Greek city-states. The Greeks, who had long been engaged in a struggle for independence, viewed Persia as a threat to their autonomy. The Persian Wars, a series of conflicts between the Persian Empire and a coalition of Greek city-states, began in the early 5th century BCE. The first major confrontation came in 490 BCE at the Battle of Marathon, where the Greeks defeated a Persian invasion force. This victory was followed by a series of battles, culminating in the famous Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BCE, where the Spartans, led by King Leonidas, made a heroic stand against the Persian forces. Despite their bravery, the Persians eventually defeated the Greeks and burned Athens to the ground. However, the tide of the war turned in 479 BCE at the Battle of Plataea, where the Greeks decisively defeated the Persian army. This defeat marked the end of Persia's attempts to conquer Greece, and the Greek city-states regained their independence. The Persian Empire would not remain a dominant force for long. In 334 BCE, Alexander the Great, the king of Macedonia, launched a campaign against Persia that would ultimately lead to the fall of the Achaemenid Dynasty. In a series of decisive battles, including the Battle of Granicus, the Battle of Issus, and the Battle of Gaugamela, Alexander's forces defeated the Persian armies and captured the Persian king, Darius III. The fall of Darius and the conquest of Persia by Alexander marked the end of the Achaemenid Empire. However, the legacy of Persia lived on through the Hellenistic Empire that Alexander founded and the many cultural exchanges that took place between Greek and Persian civilizations. The end of the Achaemenid Empire and the legacy of Persia. The fall of the Achaemenid Empire did not mark the end of Persian influence. The culture, art, and ideas of Persia continued to shape the world long after the empire's demise. The Persian language, for example, became the lingua franca of much of Central Asia and the Middle East for centuries. The Persian legacy also lived on in the art and architecture of the later Sasanian Empire, which rose to power in the 3rd century CE and continued many of the traditions established by the Achaemenids. In modern times, the Persian Empire remains an important part of world history. The lessons of Persian governance, religious tolerance, and cultural achievement continue to inspire us today. The legacy of the Persian Empire, from its military conquests to its contributions to art, architecture, and philosophy, is a testament to the power and resilience of one of the world's greatest civilizations. Thank you for joining us today in exploring the rise and legacy of the Persian Empire. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to History Facts and Mysteries for more fascinating historical insights and to stay updated on our latest episodes. What aspect of Persian history do you find most intriguing? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below,